And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Opening play, and Goff wants to pass it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Goff.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards.
And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Goff. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. A 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 28-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Second down, Howell now. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That's complete. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Escapes the defender. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Touchdown, Washington! Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. This out quickly to Williams. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Taken right around the 44. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. 46-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd.
Touchdown, Washington! They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents. We've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 12, Howard. Thomas brings it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards there, a first down. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third, Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Goff finding Hockenson there for the Lion first. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
We're good.
Now on 2nd and 13, Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a first down throw, gone. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Goff now to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Back to throw, Goff. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off for big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Powell.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
To throw again on second down. Goff. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 36-yard line. A big pickup of 38. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big time play for him on a short little pass.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
You certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
And Thomas has it.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7.
Commanders 21, Lions 7. Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On second down, Swift.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On 4th down, Goff. He throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the block.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
From 13 yards out.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up the secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around, they're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. To throw is gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
1st down, Howell to throw.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know.
He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
36 yards on the play.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
On 1st and 10, Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Swift going to try up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing here, Howell. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's good for the Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. No sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. And this throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
A loss of 7. It's 4th down.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Here we go on 4th. Goff. That's going to be caught. And in for the Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
27 yards.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
But he certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And a short gain down to about the 33. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run. On
2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A gain of 14, first down, Commanders.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out of the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.